Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Sorry, just getting myself situated. So, Stephanie Inglis here with Lake Life Realty for Tuesday Live. I wanted to connect and pop on today. It's been a little bit of time since I've talked about any market snapshots for the Ossipee Lake area specifically. There hasn't been a ton of waterfront property sales in a lot of the smaller lakes in and around, Lake Wentworth, Mirror Lake, the Wolfboro area, and Ossipee area. But Lake Ossipee has had a couple properties that have sold, gone under contract since I last popped on about it. So that was in February, I think. And now March and April, I'm kind of doing a March and April snapshot of what has gone on. And overall, still not a ton of information to share because there hasn't been many sales, but there were two properties that closed in March on Ossipee Lake. And of those two properties, they were both actually listed at the end of February. Both went under contract in less than a week. I think one was 2 days and one was 6. So just goes to show the market there is just as strong as it is in any other area that we've kind of mentioned before. That days on market has shrunk. The demand is definitely high. All of those, or of the two that have closed, those have gone at or above asking. So kind of continues with the market trends that we've always kind of referred to. Average sales price was just over $1.1 million for Ossipee Lake. So, I mean, looking at that, I actually did some digging into last year to compare 2020 to 2021 for the month of March into April, kind of the exact same window. And two properties closed last year during the same period of time. And the average sales price of those two properties was $850,000. So if that kind of shows a little bit of a change in the value that has happened with a lot of the waterfront homes that we're talking about. So you're seeing what is that, almost a $300,000 increase in value just in a matter of a year. So that's in regards to what has closed on the lake in the last month and a half. There's currently 3 that are under contract and pending. Now these are all waterfront properties. There were some water access properties that are also under contract, but for numbers' sake and kind of looking back and comparing, I tried to stick to just waterfront homes so that we have a good basis of comparison. So of the 3 that are under contract, they all went under contract in less than a week also. It was like 2 days, 3 days, 6 days. So again, kind of that super quick turnaround time. And they all went under contract in a matter of, I think it was early April 9th, the last week of February into March. And they haven't closed yet, but we would anticipate that a lot of those will close probably in the next few weeks. And again, average sales price of those was almost just under $1 million. So it was like $962,000. So that just goes to show, I mean, values are up around that. Have definitely increased because the demand is there. So we're seeing that increase in price. The days on market is also something to note. We coax our buyers and encourage them to come up as fast as they can or as quickly as they can, because the days on market are the most telling. If all of these properties are going under contract in under a week, you got to get up here and see them as soon as they're available. So that may include some delayed showing period too. A property could go on a Wednesday and be showings held off until Saturday or Sunday. That's already been on the market now for 3 days. So it very well, some of these properties could go under contract within 24 hours from when they were first shown to a buyer. So really crazy. We are still seeing some sight unseen offers from people. That's a common thing now too. We kind of never thought that this craziness is not dying down. And I think it's going to carry us through into into summer. My gosh, out of winter. But it's just something to note. So again, not a ton of sales on Lake Ossipee, or Ossipee Lake rather, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't support what's happening in the market trends around the Winnipesaukee area also. So hopefully I'll be able to update more as we get into April and May with some newer things. As weather's getting warmer, we're hoping for some more waterfront stuff to come on and movement there. So I'll have more data to share, but I think the data that we have is telling. So if you're looking to sell in the Ossipee Lake area, it's just as strong as it is on Winnipesaukee. and now's the time. Hopefully in that time window too, we'll have some more properties coming on Mirror Lake, on Lake Wentworth, on Mirror-Meeting, some of the smaller lakes where price point is a little bit more attainable for buyers than the Squam or the Winnipesaukee price tag that people see. So you can still do a lot of the same boating things and activities on those lakes, even because they're smaller. Just doesn't mean that you're restricted. So check with us if you have questions, but definitely the biggest thing is to note that value is the same across the board. Demand is the same across the board. We're seeing an increase everywhere. So act fast, act now, and now's the time to move if you're thinking about selling. So thanks everybody for listening in on my Tuesday market update for Ossipee Lake. I will keep you posted as things change and we get some warmer weather. Thanks so much.